the Secretary to the State Government Prince Enobonwa, as well as the Head of Civil Service, Elder F. Yongasien, among others.
Briefing Government House reporters at the end of the meeting, which lasted up to 4 hours, the Commissioner for Information, Comrade Inyemebong, said the Council has saluted stakeholders, including former Governors Obong Victor Atta and Mr. Udom Emmanuel, as well as the Chairman of the just concluded Akwa Ibom Dialogue, Senator Udoma, for their roles in the success of the event.
But the inaugural meeting of this administration was chaired by His Excellency Pastor Mobaseno, had in attendance Her Excellency the Deputy Governor, Secretary of State Government, Head of Civil Service, and all commissioners and special advisors. ISCO appreciated the support and inputs from critical stakeholders who attended the State Dialogue, which we just finished, especially His Excellency Architect Obong Victor Atta, His Excellency immediate past Governor Udom Emmanuel, distinguished Senator Udoma, who was the chairman at that event, and all the facilitators, resource persons, and participants.
According to the information bus, ISCO members were presented with the resolutions reached during the dialogue, with a task to ensure that the resolutions are given attention.
To implement the new template which is gleaned from the Arise agenda, and he charged that every item on the Arise agenda which falls under our ministerial responsibility must be handled according to the timelines and handled according to the objectives. He also insisted that every action of government must have a human face, that humanity must remain the central focus of the execution of government business. All those members made presentation on their propositions in relation to their ministerial mandates. Resolutions from the just concluded State Dialogue were circulated and sent to relevant ministries for review and incorporation into the ministerial work plan.
John, Akbc News.
To drive home his poise to continuously make Akwa Ibom a safe haven, Governor Moino has called on the Nigeria Immigration Service to protect the state from illegal immigrants. He made the request when he hosted the Acting Comptroller General, Nigeria Immigration Service, Carolina Dekwoju, alongside other senior officers of the NIS in his office. Again, Patience John completes the story.
Meanwhile, the visits of the Acting Comptroller of Nigeria Immigration Service, Mrs. Carolina Dekwoju, to Governor Moino coincided with the first Executive Council meeting. Receiving the Acting Comptroller General of Nigeria Immigration Service, Carolina Dekwoju, Governor Moino solicited the support to keep off people who could pose security threats to Akwa Ibom State, thereby hindering the growth and development of the people. The governor informed his guests of steps taken by his administration to tackle insecurity with the creation of a new Ministry of Internal Security and Waterways, and commended the partnership with the state government, promising to support the NIS for a more efficient service delivery.
We are happy with the Controller of Immigration in Akwa Ibom, our sister, and she has shown us enough support. We just created a new Ministry of Internal Security and Waterways in the state. It's the first time in Akwa Ibom we have realized the importance of security of our economy, and so we're giving it a pride of place. So General Akbc is our new commissioner in charge of the ministry, and the idea is the team liaison between government and the various security agencies. We trust that the things you have listed, he will sit down with our sister, and in the next 1 or 2 weeks we'll submit the requirements for all of the services that are here, and then we'll see how to support them.
The Acting Comptroller General of Nigeria Immigration Service, Carolina Dekwoju, said she was in the state on an official tour of Immigration Service for missions and congratulated the governor on his assumption of duty. She said her visit was in line with the service vision of ensuring effectiveness and efficiency in the security of Nigeria's coastal borders and solicited support of the state government to achieve the goals of the NIS.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to thank the government of Akbc for the support that this government has given to our customer, Nigerian immigration customer. I trust Akbc six coastal states that we have in Nigeria, as we are making effort to secure both the air and land and sea borders in Nigeria. The vision of Nigeria Immigration Service is to be effective, is to be efficient, is to be modern, manned, and to provide services that are manned by well-motivated and highly trained personnel. Sir, we also need help.
Patience Joe, Akbc News.
Wife of the state governor, Pastor Patience Umoino, has inaugurated a tastefully furnished one-bedroom bungalow for a widow, Madam Hannah Okorie, from Nongmekorudum in Ikona local government area. The house built by the wife of the chairman Ikona local government council, Mrs. Otobong Okoibu, for the mother of three whose living condition was appalling, elicited celebrations from the beneficiary and the people of the community. Inaugurating the new home for the widow, the governor's wife, Pastor Patience, appreciated the benevolence of the chairman of Ikona and wife, Mr. and Mrs. Njagno Koibu, for providing a safe and habitable abode for the widow, stating that the act of kindness has been recorded in the book of life for them and their generations yet unborn. She prayed for God's grace upon the chairman and wife to continue to discharge dividends of democracy to the people and charge others to emulate the good gesture in their different localities. Pastor Inohina Magnanimity extended her love to the widow by promising to provide portable water supply for her and the neighborhood and donated cash to the widow for business. She also reached out to other widows from the local government with wrappers and financial support for their businesses in line with the women empowerment component of their RISE agenda.
I want to pray that this gesture that you both have done will be in the book of records for you and for your generation even unborn. Your seed will reap the reward of this goodness. As long as God is freedom from me, see coming in the free Ghana.
Welcoming the governor's wife to their domain, the chairman of the Ikona local government area, Mr. Njagno Koibu, flanked by wife Otobong, thanked Pastor Ino for coming to the area to inaugurate the building project, adding that the RISE agenda of the administration of Governor Moino has opened new vistas of hope for the people of the area.
It is sincere belief that the gesture, which is the first but shall not be the last, by providing more of these are going to come.
God has brought a man that will change our lives. That is the fire that has come to help us. And he has come with his beautiful wife.
The beneficiary widow, Madam Hannah Okorie, expressed sincere appreciation to God for his benevolence and the rare privilege of having the governor's wife commission her new home. While praying God to bless and reward Pastor Patience enough for her show of love, she also extended her gratitude to the chairman of Ikona and wife, and everyone who has contributed in moving her from a dilapidated mud house to a tastefully furnished apartment. Goodwill messages were received from political stakeholders of Ikona, including the former ruler of Ikona, the wife of the Commissioner for Health, Dr. Rosemary Moore, Mrs. Mary Young, and others, who all declared their support to the RISE agenda of the Governor Moino-led administration. The Commissioner for Education, Mrs. Idong Asretiebed, yesterday visited various centers of the 2023 First School Leaving Certificate Examination to encourage the candidates as a brace for the next academic level. The commissioner, with management staff of the ministry, embarked on an on-the-spot assessment of the conduct of the examination in some public and private schools in Rio Metropolis. Mercy Akere reports.
Amen. God bless you too. Are you happy to be in the final year? Yes. So you're the big girls and boys that will go to secondary school next session. I wish you the best in this examination.
The commissioner said education is important for every Akwa child and that Governor Moino is committed to advancing the sector as outlined in their RISE agenda. She congratulated the pupils on completion of their primary education, wishing them the best in the next level.
So on behalf of Pastor Umaba Sieno, I say God bless you. Come out with distinction in this examination. All the papers you have A's in Jesus' name.
The permanent secretary in the ministry, Lady Rose Bassi, who addressed some of the pupils ahead of the examination, encouraged them to relax and write the exams, wishing them the best.
We wish you the very best. Take time, read the questions, don't rush, you have enough time. Answer and you come out tops in the exams in Jesus' name.
Earlier, the Distribution Center for Examination Materials, the Director, State Education Quality Assurance Services, Mrs. Roslyn, contacted supervisors to ensure the smooth conduct of examination at the centers assigned them.
So please, as you go to your various centers, make sure that you do what you need to do decently and in order.
The 2023 First School Living Certificate examination was held across all public and private primary schools in the state. Mercy Akere, Akbc News.
Parents, guardians advised to give wards vocational training skills for survival. Nigeria Customs Comptroller General warns officers on misuse of firearms. These and more when we return. Please don't go away.
This is home, where we all belong. The place where life is beautiful. The peaceful ambience we enjoy when we live together in unity and love. It's all man, you know. We go stand together, we go make them better. We be brothers and sisters, no matter where we be. It's all man, you know. No matter where we be, we are one. Let's live together in peace and harmony.
You're welcome back. The people of Ananamong, Itumbonozo in a local government area, Thursday rolled out the drums to celebrate their daughter, Dr. Ofyong Ofo, on her reappointment as the Commissioner for Agriculture and Rural Development. The event, which drew people from the 11 wards of Ini, held at Secondary Commercial School in Ananamong, Itumbonozo. Eyareno Paul tells us more.
It was amazing to see the people of a little government area patiently wait till 9 o'clock in the evening to behold their daughter, who has been reappointed the Commissioner for Agriculture and Rural Development by Governor Moino. While waiting, the Imi people who came out in large numbers danced, sang, and appreciated God for blessing them with someone in the State Executive Council. At about 9 p.m., the reappointed Commissioner for Agriculture and Rural Development, Dr. Ofo, his spouse, Dr. Samuel Ofo, former Commissioner for Agriculture, Dr. Blauredit, the PDP Chairman in Eni, Mr. Emmanuel Umar, and other stakeholders arrived at the venue of the celebration. The clan head of His Highness Joshua Ise thanked Governor Moeno for the reappointment and promised the support of Bini people to his administration. The former Commissioner for Agriculture, Dr. Blauredit, member representing IMI in the State House of Assembly, Dr. Lawrence Udoide, saluted the governor for giving IMI another opportunity in the State Executive Council, but called for unity and support from the people to the present administration and Dr. Ofo. Also speaking, the PDP chapter chairman of INI, Mr. Emmanuel Umar, the chairman, eldest Harum, Mr. Peter Ise, and others said they were elated at the reappointment.
Honestly, I am proud to be a daughter of the local government.
So, as a people, and I didn't even see because in the as commissioner, I work in the yes, you go to government. Carrying spirits of unity. Any about the new commissioner, and now this spirit tell us anyone in Jesus.
She's respected, and of course, she's very humble. I'm very happy because we have all of us, thank God.
Responding, the reappointed Commissioner for Agriculture and Rural Development, Dr. Ofo, said she was excited that her people came out in their numbers to receive her. Dr. Ofo, who was appreciative of Governor Moeno for finding her worthy to serve in the State Executive Council, promised to do her best and appealed for support from her people.
Now, as your commissioner for me, I mean, come to your big sister, Dr. Gloria. So from Ward 1 to Ward 11, you are playing in your party.
The Commissioner for Agriculture and Rural Development later treated her guest to mouth-watering delicacies. Iyageno Po, Akbc News.
Parents and guardians have been advised to enroll their wards in vocational schools to enable them gain life skills for survival. The Chairman, Parents Teachers Association of Ekasu Science and Technical College, Nduetongoku, Uyo, gave the advice at the 2022-2023 Science and Technical Exhibition of the school.
Dr. Ete, who was also the chairman on the occasion, was of the opinion that joblessness in Nigeria is caused by lack of acquired skills by youths. According to the PTA chairman, vocational skills, apart from making the youth self-reliant, also gives them the opportunity to contribute meaningfully to nation building.
In this country today, it is believed that by the time they are through with the secondary education, should be able to learn at least one trade or more that can helpful function well in the society.
The guest speaker at the event, Engineer Nefio Kudofia, lauded the organizers of the exhibition, describing the event as an eye-opener to the benefit of vocational skills. Engineer Kudofia also applauded the exhibitors for their exceptional skills and excellent display of talent, urging them to make good use of the skills acquired in the college. He particularly extolled the foresight of the founder, late Nsobom Ekanem, in giving young men and women the opportunity to become self-reliant in areas such as technical, secretarial, thereby encouraging entrepreneurship and creating millions of jobs for Nigerian youths.
Ensuring the case of business showing intelligence, it's showing creativity, it's showing innovation.
Earlier, the proprietress Ekasu Science and Technical College in the Tongoku, Uyo, Mrs. Joyce Udofia, said the exhibition was designed to educate youth and adults on the right skills needed to survive the ever-changing labor market. Mrs. Udofia stated that the exhibition has also offered the platform for students of the college to learn the latest advancements in science and technology.
The main reason behind organizing science and exhibition is to provide a platform to students where they can implement the various scientific theories, methods, through various projects and models.
The event featured unveiling of the exhibition products, secondary and technical students' presentation, drama, welcome song, among others.
Following the military takeover in the Republic of Niger, General Abdurrahman Chani has been proclaimed the new leader of the country. Meanwhile, the chief of the Presidential Guard has been named President of the National Council for the Safeguard of the Homeland. Chiani appeared on state television Friday to defend this week's coup, repeating that soldiers had acted to protect national security. Security has remained a problem since Bazoum was elected in 2021, as extremists who took root in neighboring Mali in 2012 gained ground, killing thousands and displacing over 6 million across West Africa's Sahel region. Niger is a key ally of Western countries in tackling extremist insurgencies in West Africa, and a number of foreign troops are based there, including France and the United States. French President Emmanuel Macron said he was prepared to back sanctions against perpetrators of the dangerous coup, after his foreign minister said the power grab did not appear to be definitive. Former colonial power France has made Niger the cornerstone of its more than decade-long counterinsurgency operations against extremist militants in the Sahel region. Those who took part in the coup said in a broadcast on Friday that any foreign military intervention to reinstate him would result in massacre and chaos. Chani said the National Council for the Safeguarding of the Homeland, over which he is now presiding, will respect all commitments made to the international community. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu will today, Sunday, host a special gathering of regional leaders of ECOWAS in the presidential villa, Abuja. This is in response to the coup in the Republic of Niger that overthrew the country's constitutional political government. President Tinubu, who is the chairman of ECOWAS Authority of Heads of States and Government, made the announcement in a text statement issued by its media, a Dele Alake, on Friday, and made it available to newsmen in Abuja. It will be recalled that Tinubu had vowed that ECOWAS and the international community would do everything possible to defend democracy and ensure that democratic governance continues to take root in the sub-region. Meanwhile, the situation has also mandated the president of Republic of Benin, Patrice Talon, to visit Niger only to learn of the military takeover of the country. It is also gathered that the United States Vice President Kamala Harris and the UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres, in separate phone calls to President Tinubu, reaffirmed that they are in support of the position taken by ECOWAS and the Nigerian leader to restore constitutional order in Niger. The immediate past president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Muhammadu Buhari, has reacted to the military coup in the Niger Republic, which saw the president, Mohamed Bazoum, detained by military officers. Speaking on the development on Friday, Buhari, in a statement issued via his verified Twitter handle, expressed concern over the situation. At the same time, former president expressed unreserved happiness that President Bola Tinubu, who is also the chairman of the ECOWAS Authority of Heads of State and Government, is already addressing the situation to undo the coup. According to ex-President Buhari, he believes in President Tinubu's capacity to end the situation, adding that Tinubu would be able to turn things around and guarantee the safety of Bazoum and his family. Concerns have been raised about the fate of democracy as a system of government in the country and in the wider sub-region, and equally so about the safety of President Mohamed Bazoum and his family. The acting Comptroller General of Customs, Bashir Dewale Deniyi, has charged officers and men of the service to apply tactical measures in dealing with citizens before using firearms, saying the use of firearms could only be applied in extreme circumstances that require self-defense. The CJC passed a caution to the senior officers of the service during the official declaration of a sensitization workshop on the practical implementation of the Nigeria Customs Service Act 2023 for controllers and assistant legal advisors at the Nigeria Customs Command and Staff College, Gwagwalada, Abuja. The CG had on many occasions emphasized that his core principles as the Comptroller General of the Nigeria Customs Service are protecting the citizens and improving efficiency of the service through enhancement of trade facilitation, staff welfare, and suppressing smuggling. He stressed that the core mandate of the service is saving and protecting the lives of the properties of Nigerians, adding that the bridge upon which NCS is built is to be just and honest to the citizens. That's a package, but before we go, a quick look at the top stories. Akwa Ibom State Executive Council under the present administration has held its maiden IXCO meeting. The meeting, which was presided over by the State Governor Pastor Mo Eno, resolved to double efforts in order to meet the expectations of the people. To drive home his poise to continuously make Akwa Ibom a safe haven, Governor Mono has called on the Nigeria Immigration Service to protect the state from illegal immigrants. He made a request when he hosted the Acting Comptroller General, Nigeria Immigration Service, Caroline Dekpoju, alongside other senior officers of the NIS in his office. That's a package. Thanks so much for the company. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. I am Akaniyene Ukbo. Good morning.
This is home, where we all belong. The place